All right, Chad and Dean, there's only one challenge left to you. You've both proven to us that you're ultra crazy fanatics, but what do we know? We're not big Hollywood movie guys. So to really prove your film fanaticism, you're going to have to convince a well-known movie mogul that you are the ultimate film fanatic. We've set up a dinner with a film legend, and they will decide. Remember, only one of you can end up as the ultimate film fanatic of the United States. So my advice, be convincing. And one more thing, it's happening right now. So you have to go, right now. They are on their way. Chad and Dean are going to dinner at the Beverly Hills estate of a Hollywood legend. Whoever can convince our special guest that they are the ultimate film fanatic will win $5,000, a home theater system, a night as host of IFC, and be named the ultimate film fanatic of the entire United States. I'd like to thank all the other finalists and our celebrity judges, Henry Rollins, Tatum O'Neal, and Keith David. Our finalists have arrived at their destination. Let's check in and see how Chad and Dean are doing.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Welcome to Woodland. This way, please.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Good evening. My name is, well, I got many names. They call me Notorious, Kid Notorious, The Bandit, Bulletproof, Irreverent. My name is also Robert Evans. This is going to be an exciting night. And it may not be an easy one. I'm doing that now. You know what this is, guys? It's a gunfight at OK Corral. And it really is, because only one of you is going to come out alive. Now, I know nothing about either of you. Chad Starr, tell me about yourself, where you're from, what you do, what are your dreams?
I was born and raised on the island of Cyprus. Then I moved to America in '95 when I was 12.
So that makes you 21?
22.
So you're just 22?
Just 22.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I went to film school, and I just graduated. So I figured the logical thing to do was to move to Los Angeles.
You're right.
And eventually, I'd like to direct.
Well, you say you'd like to direct. A lot of you would like to direct.
Right.
Have you ever directed anything?
Well, I directed a documentary.
About what?
About this high school drama competition.
Now, I'm going to ask you, Dean.
I was born in West Germany. My father was in the military.
What's your age?
37, sir.
Well, at 37, I would assume you have more of a focus as to what you've done and what you want to do.
I graduated from University of Oregon with a telecommunications degree.
Right.
I went to San Francisco and became a playwright. And I actually had some work staged there over the past 10 years.
Have you tried anything else besides playwriting?
I've written a movie script.
You know, I want to tell you about that. You can be a great playwright, a great novelist, but you can't write a movie. I had Truman Capote write for me. He gave me a script after I waited a year and a half. I didn't understand one word. Not a word. You're 37, you're a playwright. Where do you go from here, pal?
I've been teaching high school kids, and I finally registered the screenplay.
What are your ambitions at the age of 22?
I'd like to be a film director.
You have film. Who have you shown it to?
I've only shown it to friends right now because we're trying to clear up one or two rights issues.
Here's where you have to be a seducer.
Yeah, I produced it myself as well.
I said seducer, not producer.
Well, yeah.
There's a difference.
I don't really have the gift of gab on the phone. I don't really have that sort of...
I hocked my house, this house, to make Cotton Club.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I lost too, but I got it back. But the point is, that's how passionate I was.
Well, I'm going to get it on the screen.
Where's your passion now?
I'm there. I'm going to do it.
No, you're going to do it is not doing it. If I were you, I'd go to a theater owner, say, I'll clean your theater for 3 weeks, Show my picture for the weekend. You'll get it shown. You get a reaction. You'll know if you have a piece of shit or if you have something that can sell.
Yeah.
But you got to know, or don't waste your time.
Being sort of young and just out of school.
Means nothing.
I'm-
Irving Thalberg was 20 and he ran Universal. He was too young to sign the checks at the end of the week. I played him in the film, I know. I'll tell you what, guys, I've spoken too much. Now, last questions.
I love movies so much. They're my church, they're my drug, they're my lover. And every time I go to one and lights go down, I wait for that moment where we have the perfect connection between myself and a ray of light that doesn't exist. What movie does that for you? And why do you always go back to say, this is why I love what I do?
Am I supposed to answer the question?
Please.
Loving movies is not enough. Movies are the cheapest buy in the world. Where else did you go for 2.5 hours for $10 today? Martini costs $10. To love movies is one thing. To live through the pain of making them is another. What do you do as a very bright man? I say that because the way you articulate your feelings, and you're rather poetic in the way you do. Maybe too poetic. Maybe too soft. I don't know. But you can't just love something without doing something about it. Where do you go next? To love more movies? I don't know. You tell me.
I go home, I get the script out of my file cabinet, and I send it to a producer I met a couple years ago in a bookstore.
This is all bullshit. That's not good enough. I have 23 scripts. I can't get one made. That's lying there waiting for the phone call. Action breeds action. Otherwise, you're just another bright guy who loves movies. I'm being tough on you, but I learned it the hard way. It's 1989. I have no money. I can't pay my electric bills. I saw this cover. I said, Jesus, that could be a hell of a movie. I fly over to England. He's an 87-year-old cantankerous guy, very wealthy, man named Leslie Charteris, who wrote The Saint. And every major studio has sent their top executives. He wouldn't sell it to anyone. And I have no money. So 3 days ago, I had a way I could make the picture. You know, young man, I'm going to give you 60 days option. I love your story. I'm still infamous, all right? I go in to see Frank Mancuso, who used to work for me. Now he's chairman of the board, Paramount. I open a briefcase, and this thing, and I go like this. So he says, well, that's the Saint. I said, that's right, because I own it. He said, you own it. Are you crazy? Tell me the truth. What are you on? He blasted my face. I said, call my lawyer. I walked out of that office an hour and 20 minutes later with the single richest deal I ever made in my entire life. $2 million instead of key money to come back, plus $2 million as a producer. I never had a deal like this in my life. Fellas, this was in the book. This was it. That's it, fellas. This is it, fellas. Now, what does that tell you about the business? Nothing. Look at it. That's what his business is. Do the fucking unexpected. Now, this is a solemn embrace to both of you. And my office at Paramount is open 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, and anything you send to me and call me will be read and looked at by me. No one else, me. I may call you and tell you it's a piece of shit, I don't like it, it's awful, do something else. Or I may embrace it and do this and this to it. There are no losers here tonight, is what I'm saying. You're a teacher. He's a student. You have the love. He has more of the moxie, possibly. I've been in this racket for half a century. I love to hear that people have passion for what they love. They're not dilettantes. I'd love to see it grow, and I'd love to say I was part of it. And I admire you both. But I pick him. So, gentlemen, you're both champs, and you both had the best night of your lives because my door is open to you.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure.
It's going to be more than a pleasure. Take a shot at things. Use your fucking brain. And for you, you little punk, my door's open for you. So let's hope that a year from now we can drink what we are drinking with success. Thank you, fellas. Thank you.
That means Chad has done it! it! He won the Southwest! He beat every other regional winner and convinced our special guest, Robert Evans, that he is the ultimate film fanatic. Congratulations! I'd like to thank our final judge, Robert Evans, for helping us make this tough decision, and thank you for joining us on our search for the ultimate film fanatic. I'm Chris Gore. Good night.
I've kept this by my bed for 30 years. You should keep this by your bed, and so